Mobile water. Mobile water. Unique in every way.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Midday News. We're live on Joy 99.7 FM here in Accra and Kumasi, on Love 99.5 FM. We're on myjoyonline.com, live in all 16 regions. Kekeli Radio in Ho, A1 Radio in Bogatanga, ATL FM in Cape Coast. We're live on X Spaces. We're on Facebook. The Midday News is supported by Petrosol, your clean fuel in full quantity. Petrosol is always a delightful experience. Also brought to you by Duraplast Ghana Limited, producers of quality PVC and HDP pipes and water tank. We are the only water storage tank with a level indicator, and where Duraplast goes, water flows. This afternoon, less than 24 hours after the confirmation of the Energy Minister as running mate to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the minority NDC has blocked the request of the Majority Leader to expedite the confirmation of Minister of State at the Energy Ministry designate Herbert Krapper.
As we speak today, the Minister of Energy is still in place. The Minister of Energy is still the Minister of Energy. What is the urgency that we are talking about?
Meanwhile, President Akufo-Addo has fully backed the Bawumia Napo ticket for an NPP electoral victory in the December polls.
The NPP has an excellent ticket, and we're going to win with this ticket in 2024.
I also take you live to the NPP running mate Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh's ancestral home as the family welcomes news of his appointment with joy.
The Apetefie is his father's home, where he was born and lived throughout his days in basic school to the university.
Also this afternoon, scores of cancer patients are left without treatment as the only radiotherapy machine at Kolebu Teaching Hospital breaks down. We have details of that. Also take you to the Komfanochi Teaching Hospital in Kumasi, where essential medical equipment and supplies are urgently needed at the pediatric intensive care units to keep patients alive.
This unit requires sophisticated equipment to be put on the patient that can help us understand some of the disease processes and be able to manage patients very well.
And WAEC discovers new cheating strategies where candidates are now resorting to inserting money and contacts of their parents in their answer booklets.
The council has noted with concern a number of cases where candidates write telephone numbers or the phrase, and I quote, "Help me, call me, just call my mom," in their answer booklets.
We have details of that in sports.
Black Stars coach Otuado calls for top performances to navigate challenges in Group F of the 2025 AFCON qualifiers.
And cement shortage looms in Ghana. That's the fear of manufacturers as they continue to fight the newly laid legislative instruments from becoming law.
If you force a producer to, sell at a price and it's not profitable, there's market distortion. He would not produce. And if he doesn't produce, there's shortage. Is Ghana ready for shortage?
That and more in this afternoon's edition of the Midday News. I am Emefa Apawu. This is your home of independent, fearless and credible journalism. Let's settle for details. And we start off from your election headquarters, made possible by Petrosol, clean fuel in full quantity. CIMA, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, CIMA, AICPA and CIMA, together as the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants, the German Ozone Medical Center, Alternative Therapy, Dental Wellness and Beauty, Chopbox Technologies, A Convenient Service, Youth Bridge Foundation, Bridging Gaps for a Positive Youth Development. And this afternoon, the minority in Parliament have blocked a request by the Majority Leader, Alexander Fenyumaking, to expedite the confirmation hearing and approval of Minister of State designate Herbert Krapper. The President nominated the Deputy Energy Minister to a Minister of State at the Energy Ministry only last Tuesday. The Majority Leader requested the House to fast-track some of the processes in place for the vetting and conduct the vetting as soon as today. Listen.
Considering the content of the communication as read by Mr. Speaker to us and the need to get certain things done, I will humbly pray that in view of Order 21710, which provides for a certain advert to be done. If Mr. Speaker could direct the clerk responsible for such advert to get an online portal to the publication. Mr. Speaker, now the newspapers, all of them, Graphic does online, Ghanaian Times does online and all. So that the appointment committee headed by your good self can sit. So Mr. Speaker, it's just a very humble plea with the indulgence of my colleagues.
But the minority will have none of that. Let me take you live to Parliamentary Affairs correspondent Kweku Asante is on standby. So Kweku, is there any indication that the current energy minister, now running mate, has been reshuffled, removed or replaced?
Not at all. In fact, we understand that that is part of the strategy, that the majority side wants to get a confirmation hearing of Herbert Crapper out of the way before the energy minister himself substantively, Matthew Poku Prempeh, will tender in his resignation as minister to focus on the running mate position that has just been handed over to him. And that is why the minority say that the energy minister is still at post. The energy ministry still have two deputy ministers. They do not see the reason why this specific nomination should be fast-tracked, and that is why they are blocking it. Listen to Deputy Leader Emmanuel Amakofiboa making strong objections to that request on the floor.
Mr. Speaker, as we speak today, the Minister of Energy is still in place. The Minister of Energy is still the Minister of Energy. What is the urgency that we are talking about? First, as has been stated, 21710 is very clear. Is there any publication in the newspaper? The intention is to ensure that the people of Ghana participate in this process. They participate in this process. And I think that we are even putting you in a very difficult position. The chairman of the committee, now sitting in the chair, being asked to disregard our own standing orders. So I humbly believe that, frankly, this matter, now that it has come to the public domain, at least at the minimum, let's publish it in the newspaper somewhere. Because nobody has said here that there has been a publication. Let's publish it in the newspaper for the record, because this is a house of rules. Then we can move forward from there.
That's the Deputy Minority Leader, Emmanuel Amakofiboa. Well, Kweku, what else is up for consideration in the House today?
Well, there are a number of questions standing in the name of the Interior Minister. Is expected to provide answers on Okudzeto Blackwell's allegation that certain elements within the government are seeking to take over land belonging to the Ghana Police Service. I've seen Honorable Henry Kosi on the floor. We expect that right after the business statement, he will answer to this question. And is the running mate, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh, in Parliament today? He hasn't been here today. Yesterday, we understand because of the council meetings, he was not here in Parliament. But today as well, he hasn't been here. In fact, for the last 1 week, since the name really became official, that he will be appointed, whenever he came in, the minority MPs have shouted, running mate, and teased him a little bit. So we expect that he will be here today, and that kind of euphoria that followed him from yesterday's nomination will come up to Parliament again today. That's Parliamentary Affairs correspondent Kweku Asante. Staying a while longer on the NPP running mate and issues arising, President Akufo-Addo is confident of an NPP victory in the December 7 polls following the approval of Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh's choice as running mate. The party's council endorsed the nomination of the flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Here's General Secretary of the NPP, Justin Kudia Frimpong.
He complements our flag bearer in many significant ways, and the two enjoy a warm personal relationship anchored in deep mutual respect. More importantly, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh has a great working relationship with our presidential candidate, His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. The synergy between these two great leaders on our presidential ticket, coupled with their proven track record and transformational campaign message, will help the new Patriotic Party to secure a resounding third conservative electoral victory on December 7, 2024. Inshallah, by the grace of God, it is possible and we will achieve it.
Well, we can hear from President Akufo-Addo now.
The National Council has just endorsed the nomination of Matthew Poku Prempeh to be the running mate to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. The MPP has an excellent ticket, and we're going to win with this ticket in 2024, 7th of December. That's the news. That's the news.
How's the feeling?
Feeling is good. The feeling is good. Well, they make a very good pair, and they're going to win.
That's President Akufo-Addo there after the confirmation of the name of Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh as running mate. Well, let me take you to the Ashanti region. Come with me. We are going to the Apejafie. Well, descendants of the Apejafie have the primary duty of carrying the Asantehene in palanquins during events. My colleague Nana Boachi Dankwayi Adomabebi visited the home, and here's his report.
From all economic history and everything,
1%.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia stands head and shoulders over John Dramani Mahama.
So 2024 is a done deal for the MPP.
2024 will be a done deal for MPP.
Born and bred in Menchia Apejafie in Kumasi, young Nana Poku attended Prempeh College for his O and A level before pursuing further studies at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, where he earned a Bachelor of Science degree in Human Biology. Before delving into active politics, he practiced as a medical doctor, demonstrating commitment to healthcare provision. Dr. Opoku-Prempeh, popularly known as Napo, was first elected to Parliament in 2008 to represent the Menchia constituency and later Menchia South, holding on to the seat till now. Nana Kwabena Mensah is Apejafie Asafohene, Napo's royal family.
Napo Apejafie, yani pepefia. The
Apejafie is his father's home, where he was born and lived throughout his days in basic school to the university, even before moving to study abroad. According to Nana Kwabena Mensah, Dr. Opoku-Prempeh's confirmation as Dr. Bawumia's running mate has brought joy to the family. His aim is to be a politician and move to greater heights, and the family has always embraced this decision with prayers. For us, we are happy about the selection as running mate to Dr. Bawumia. The Ashanti region has become critical to the MPP's success in the December polls due to its large voting population. The party believes its chances in the region is bolstered by the selection of Dr. Opoku-Prempeh as running mate.
You can only compare John Dramani Mahama and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as vice presidents, because both of them have occupied that position as vice president. And I think the comparison is tilted in the favor of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
For Joy News, my name is Nana Boachi Dankwayi Adom, Kumasi.
Now it's time to hear the views of the ordinary Ghanaian. What exactly are your thoughts about Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh's appointment as running mate?
For me, I think Matthew Opoku-Prempeh as the running mate to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is not really a good choice. There's nothing that can save this particular government in terms of how they manage the economy. I think that even if they bring Jesus Christ as the running mate to Dr. Bawumia, he's not going to win this election. The MPP should not be allowed to even break the 8. And it's not even about politics.
For me, I think it's not bad. You know, they have their selection already. I think this thing it has been taken a long time ago from their grassroots. The man has a lot of people. You know, Kumasi too has happened to be their stronghold. So since Matthew Opoku-Prempeh has been elected now, I think the vice president is going to have the backbone to push more votes from Kumasi.
The MPP choosing Napo, it is almost a failure, because the flag bearer himself is a failure to the party and the nation as well. And in the MPP choosing Napo there, it is nothing but what? The same failure.
Right now they are into power. So if they have something better for Ghana, they should start it or implement it now, because right now we are going to vote based on what they have done for Ghana.
Napo and Bawumia, I think it's possible for them. It's a good combination, and if by God's grace they are able to win, I think they can push the country forward a bit. And looking at the economy, we are expecting them to do something better.
Some of your views there. Well, Menchia South now needs a new candidate, since the parliamentary candidate there, or the MP, is now the running mate to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. There's a communication from the party. My colleague Samuel Imbura of our political desk joins me in studio with it. It looks like there are some new timelines as to electing a new candidate.
Exactly, Emefa. This statement came in 10 minutes ago, and it says nominations will be opened on Monday, July 8, 2024. The closing of nominations will be Tuesday, July 9, 2024. Anyone interested interested to contest in this election will have to pay for an application non-refundable fee of 3,000 Ghana cedis to pick nominations. If you are returning to file, then you have to pay about 35,000 Ghana cedis just next week, Monday, 8th of July, and then it will close the next day, July 9, 2024. So the time is actually limited.
And the election day is on Sunday, July 14.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you very much, Samuel Imbura there, taking us out of the election headquarters here on the Midday News. Now let's focus on health. And persons who visit the Kolebu Teaching Hospital for cancer treatment are asking managers of the facility to fix a broken down radiotherapy machine as the situation is negatively affecting their health. Some of them who've been speaking to Joy News say they were left stranded. One of them is a breast cancer patient referred from the University of Ghana Medical Center to the Kolebu Teaching Hospital for treatment.
Based on the type of cancer that I had, I am not supposed to delay in treatment. If the invasive type, and I was scheduled for radiation treatment, which will take 16 working days. But I realized that they were having issues with their machine, keeps breaking down. I was scheduled last week, Thursday. I did a Thursday and Friday, and I'm supposed to continue from Monday up to date. After those 2 treatments that I had, I've never had any. So when we calculate 7 days, I had 2 days out of the 7 days, which is giving me so much stress. I'm not talking for myself alone, but the whole Ghana currently, only 2 machines that is supposed to be working in Kolebu. The one that I am using has broken down. Now, my case here is that not only me, there are a lot of people out there that are waiting to be treated. And realizing that it's not the ailment itself that is killing, but the system.
She's appealing to the authorities to find a permanent solution to the frequent breakdown of these.
Yeah.
That's a breast cancer patient there speaking to Joy News from Kolebu. Let's move to the pediatric intensive care unit at the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital in the Ashanti region, where essential medical equipment and supplies are urgently needed to keep patients alive. Clinton Yeboah has more.
The pediatric intensive care unit at the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital receives several children with life-threatening conditions. The unit requires sophisticated equipment including chest x-ray, ultrasound and echocardiography to provide life-saving care, but these are in short supply. Head of the pediatric intensive care unit and pediatric critical care senior specialist, Dr. John Apia, highlighting the grave conditions, said the unit also struggles with shortage of reagents.
This unit requires sometimes sophisticated equipment to be put on the patient, like the life support machine that can help us understand some of the disease processes and be able to manage our patients very well. We don't have our full complement of equipment, our life support machines, basic mattresses that are special, that need to be used specially for patients who lie down for a long time and cannot move and turn around because they develop ulcers, sores on their bodies. Some of the laboratory equipment that we have also, we need reagents to run them. These are difficult to come by because they are expensive.
That's Clinton Yeboah's report. Now, the West Africa Examination Council, WAEC, has discovered a new strategy of examination malpractice by candidates who sit for these exams. Candidates in their new modus operandi of cheating have now resorted to inserting contact of their parents together with money stashed in their answer booklet. According to WAEC, this approach aims to induce and compromise examiners to award them undeserving grades. Head of Corporate Affairs at WAEC, John Kapi, has been speaking to us.
Supervisors and the invigilators are to search candidates thoroughly to ensure that they do not have in their possession mobile phones or any other foreign material in the examination hall. Proprietors of school, teachers, and all other persons not involved in the conduct of the examination are not allowed at the examination centers. The council will not be in the position to allot scores to any candidate who fails to comply with these instructions. The council has noted with concern a number of cases where candidates write telephone numbers or the phrase, and I quote, "help me, call me, just call my mom," unquote, etc., in their answer booklets. Others also insert various sums of money in their answer booklets, soliciting for help from examiners. We wish to state clearly that this is classified as seeking external assistance and is a punishable offense. In addition, candidates should note that tearing part of the question paper or answer booklet during the examination, refusing to submit work scripts after the examination, seeking or receiving help from non-candidates are forms of examination malpractice.
That's Head of Corporate Affairs at WAEC, John Kapi there. Well, let's focus on the grand finale of the Love FM Pep Student High School debate. It's happening this afternoon in the Ashanti Regional Capital, Kumasi. The Imrantie of Kumasi High School and Adomoma of Our Lady of Grace, SHS, are poised for the ultimate battle of debating prowess. Here's what to expect from the schools.
I am Esben Aikade Mamako. I am the principal speaker for Kumasi High School.
I am Joshua Kwabna Ifrim, the supporting speaker.
This is the finals of the contest, and we are coming different, like something they've never seen before.
Since we were able to do this the other time and it's happening again, it's going to be even massive than it was, so they should be fully prepared to await us here.
I'm Salima Sufyan, the principal speaker for Our Lady of Grace Senior High School.
I am Agnes Drea Ewenam Abba, the supporting speaker.
Today is just going to be our very best performance on stage yet. If anybody thinks what we've done so far is so amazing, they should be ready to be blown away.
We are going to win this one hands down.
And definitely we have written for these girls, and it's the Love FM Pep Student High School debate this afternoon. You can't miss it. It's also on all our social media platforms. It's time to take a quick break here on the Midday News on Joy 99.7 FM here in Accra and Kumasi on Love 99.5 FM, also on myjoyonline.com, made possible by Petrosol, your clean fuel in full quantity, also by Duroplus Ghana Limited, where Duroplus goes, water flows, will return with sport and cement shortage looms in Ghana. That's the fear of manufacturers as they continue to fight the newly laid LI from becoming law.
If you force a producer to, sell at a price and it's not profitable, there's market distortion. He would not produce. And if he doesn't produce, there's shortage. Is Ghana ready for shortage?
When budgets are tight and money difficult to come by, you want to be sure you get the best value for your money. These are not times to be spending money fixing expensive engine problems because of cheap fuel and lubricants. Drive to a Petrosol station today and buy your quality fuel and lubricants, and rest assured of fuel that lasts long and lubricants that prevent expensive engine problems. Hear the sound. Petrosol, clean fuel in full quantity.
The luckiest
Star 712 hash.
luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah.
Here's to the friends who dialed star 712 hash and found no regrets. To the investors who struck gold. To the health workers who diagnosed luck with precision. To the tough guy who couldn't hold back his tears. To the passionate fan who couldn't contain his joy. To the seamstress who turned her hard-earned stitches into a bundle of happiness. And now, here's to you. Your next big win is right here.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Dial star 712 hash. Now join in the luckiest winning celebration. Every 1st July 2024. Over dial star 712 hash. Now I can to tickets as a group, individual, and now even as a community. Now win is the car prizes are in the community draw, or go for the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. Unlock your luck with star 712 hash. Now join in the winning streak now.
The luckiest
Star 712 hash.
luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Time for sports here on the Midday. I'm the luckiest indeed. Well, what's up?
Yes, Emefa. So Black Stars head coach Otuado is calling for top performances from his team as they aim to conquer Group F in the 2025 AFCON qualifiers. Ghana will battle against Sudan, Angola and Niger for a spot in next year's tournament set to be staged in Morocco. Only the top 2 finishers from the group will qualify for the continental event.
It's going to be tough. All the other teams are finding it tough to play against Niger, so it's going to be tough for us as well. And yeah, we have to be in all these matches. We have to be really, really down by 100% to beat everyone. There's no small team at the moment in Africa, and you saw it at the last AFCON that very, very, let's say, strong and known teams had problems with a lot of smaller so-called unknown teams, and so it's going to be tough, but I think we have the quality to beat all of them.
Yep, Emefa, so profound analysis coming up on game plan at 1:15. You've got to listen.
You can't miss that. Now, Ghana faces a looming cement shortage. That's according to manufacturers who are fighting the new legislative instrument laid by the Trade and Industry Ministry from becoming law. The manufacturers warn that the regulations requirements are impractical and business unfriendly, which could trigger severe cement shortage. Well, we can hear Chairman of the Cement Manufacturers Association, Dr. George Dawson-Amwa, speaking on PM Express Business Edition.
Economically, Ghana is not ready for it at all. If you force a producer to, sell at a price and it's not profitable, there's market distortion. He would not produce. And if he doesn't produce, there's shortage. Is Ghana ready for shortage?
That is something that is going to happen.
That's something that's going to happen.
Well, we can hear from the chairman of the Cement Manufacturers Development Committee, Professor Alex Dodu, insists that the regulation of the sector would draw in investors to the field.
When this law was made, industry saw it as, okay, it's good. There will be no more new entrants. No, we said we want regulation. Now, this law even tells you that you cannot cut down on production. In any market, investors come in when there's a good regulatory framework, not when there's a price disclosure mechanism.
Now, government is assuring the international community that the upcoming presidential and parliamentary primaries will be free, fair and peaceful. The assurance was given by the Attorney General and Minister of Justice Godfred Yeboah-Dame, who delivered an address on behalf of President Akufo-Addo at the 248th year of independence of the United States of America, which was marked at the U.S. Embassy Garden here in Accra. There's more in the following report.
Democracy has been a unique selling point for Ghana-US relations, and as fate may have it, both countries are heading to the polls for general elections this year. Attorney General and Minister of Justice Godfred Yeboah-Dame, speaking on behalf of the government and people of Ghana, assured the international community that the 2024 general elections will be free, fair, transparent and peaceful.
Excellencies, as you may all be aware, we are at a momentous point in the practice of democracy around the world. As 2024 will witness national elections in more than 64 countries globally, including Ghana, United States of America. The world will watch with keen interest as voters in both countries exercise their democratic rights and open the next chapter of the two nations in their respective political landscapes. In this regard, whilst recognizing the importance of civic engagement in promoting social justice, America and the entire international community of its commitment to ensure that Ghana's upcoming elections will be peaceful, transparent, free and fair.
Ghana and the United States have elections within a month of each other. Democracy, because it's the heartbeat of our nations, the foundation on which our countries are built. And diversity, because it's what gives democracy its value and its purpose. One of our founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin, was once asked whether the United States would have a republic or a monarchy. He responded, "A republic if you can keep it." Franklin knew that keeping a republic, a government that remains responsive and subject to its people, is just as hard as establishing a republic.
The last election in Ghana witnessed the unfortunate spectacle of pockets of violence erupting in parts of the country. However, giving an update on the status of prosecution, Godfred Yeboah-Dame says, although prosecution is underway, Ghanaians would have to paint a different picture in this year's election.
Well, to ensure that the processes are free, fair, transparent, devoid of any violence and all. And I think that's what Ghana is recruited for, and that is what we will maintain.
The last elections, we saw some cases which are yet to be resolved. Your office is aware of some of these cases. The NDC, for instance, has raised concerns about human rights abuses during the last elections. Are these issues that you are looking at?
Well, in respect of the ones that prosecutable dockets were built, they have been prosecuted. I can recall, on the top of my head, the Ododio incident, which is being prosecuted and all that.
That's Minister of Justice and Attorney General Godfred Yeboah-Damide interacting with Blessed Sugar and the fireworks yesterday at the U.S. Embassy, of course. Happy Independence Day. And MNJ, Max and Jackie. What are we talking about?
Napo is trending as expected.
NAPU.
NAPU is trending. Perfect, hashtag perfect pair for Ghana is also trending on Twitter. There's this one here. It says, it's from Omar Tekpite Dubai. He says, Napo, something small for me. My number is, and he added his number, Charlie. No confuse.
E-begging.
E-begging. No confuse. And then there's another one here coming from Koi Suman. He says, the first sentence of Honorable Dr. Machupuku Prempe's profile, quote, he's a product of Prempe College, unquote. That's all some of us need to know. He's an old student of Prempe College, so that's expected.
Well, yeah, Emefa, so King Paluta is trending. He's been in the music industry for like around 15 years, and finally it looks like he's having his breakthrough. Started last year with most of his hit songs, releasing songs back to back.
Yeah.
So he released a song.
A new one that's in the background.
Yes, that is in the background. He titles that Makuma. And let me read a few comments. So someone says that God knows how he kept you underground for many years. He was preparing you for a better future.
Because he's on the Midday News today.
I know.
That's how we end today's edition of the Midday News. You're on Joy 99.7 FM. There's more when you log on to myjoyonline.com. I am Emefa Apawu. Have a good afternoon.